What is going on YouTube? N64 here, I'm back. Thanks for tuning in again as always. What we're going to go through on this video, as the title suggests, is just doing a play and review of Stunt Racer 64. It's quite a unique game really. It came out later on in the N64's life, in the year 2000. It's a North American exclusive, so it didn't come out in Europe or Australia or anything like that. And furthermore, it was a Blockbuster rental only exclusive. That means you couldn't buy it from the shops, you could only rent it from the store. And then obviously when the stores went on to sell off their stock that they weren't renting out anymore, then it would become available to buy. Funnily enough, there are sealed copies out there in the world. Don't know how, don't know why, but they do exist, bizarrely, and they're very rare pieces indeed, because even a complete in-box copy is very difficult to come by, and then when you do, it's very expensive and certainly not cheap due to the inelastic supply nature of it. There's not much of it. What means is the excess demand and fairly limited supply, it's going to push up the price, of course, and that's all that's happened over the last few years. It's just skyrocketed. So the game was developed by Boss Studios and it was published by Midway, a partnership that had already come together for the release of World Driver Championship on the N64, and also a good game incidentally. In recent times, just for a loose cart of Stunt Racer 64, it's been an eye-watering £250 on average to buy just the cart. And if you wanted a complete in-box copy, you're looking well into four figures, probably nearer £2,000, something like that, really, maybe a bit under. Unfortunately, and it's a bit of a gripe of mine, the game does require a memory card to save your progress. As somebody who had a lot of trouble with those back in the day, you know, my memory card on my N64, I had a Joytech third-party one, and it was forever corrupting or the battery not working, and I lost so many save files of Turok 2. I lost count over the years, and really it was lucky that Beware Oblivion at hand cheat was available, because that saved the day really, and you could automatically go back to any level you want and go from there really. And particularly being a late release on the N64, you'd have hoped it would have a battery by then, because a lot of games did, but you know, on the flip side, it's obviously been done for cost saving reasons, so it's totally understandable. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into some gameplay on the career mode. Right then guys, VoiceOver N64 here. I've just loaded up the EverDrive because I don't have a physical copy of this game. Straight into career mode, load in a few details, just like your name and that, and then you have a choice of 4 cars to choose from the outset. I've just gone with the default one. And yeah, straight into the career mode, but you have to go through a qualifying stage for the first round, and that's basically there's like 5 odd objectives that you have to complete. I'll let you watch this now so you can listen to the sound effects. So yeah, it was actually 6 objectives to complete there, and you only have a minute in which to do that, and it's actually harder than it looks. So I went on the medium difficulty, but I can't imagine what the harder setting must have been like. I went down the middle, obviously I wasn't going to go on too easy, but yeah, right off the rip, it's actually quite a difficult qualifier. Then you go straight into competitive action, so here we go. Yeah, so my initial thoughts are that the audio is great really. The background music is a lot more exciting than that of Road Rash, which I recently reviewed. It's still not in the realms of like F-Zero X, which probably has one of the best sound tracks on the system in terms of racers. The effects of the cars revving are good, nice and sharp, gives a faster feel to this sort of high-speed racer. It is a futuristic racer game, and as they go, it looks and feels really good. The vehicles handle well. It's almost like Hot Wheels meets Rush 2049 in terms of N64 racers. Races in the career mode are more than just being the first to cross the finish line. It's also about accumulating money through collecting the coins on the track and performing stunts, which are notably backflips and barrel rolls, as well as obviously the position placement. What you do is when you get that money, you can use it to do tasteful modifications to the car and pay to unlock new and faster vehicles as well. The courses are bright, vibrant and tastefully designed, as you can see here. There's unique features on each race. They seem to get more difficult as the races go on. I mean, you have to run the course a few times in order to become a master of them. There's no sort of like fogginess or cloudiness, and the refresh rate seems pretty good. So my overall impressions are that I'm pretty impressed with this game, really. The control scheme works well for this game. There's nothing you're left wanting for in that regard. If you want to corner better, don't really try and take it full throttle, is the gist of it that I found. You can use boosts and turbos, which are really useful at times. You're supplied with 3 of those at the start, which come in handy if you're falling behind, and then you can find more dotted around the course to top up once you've used any that you have, as in you can't carry more than 3. There are also other perks that you can find round and about, like double 2 times and triple 3 times points. Obviously that'll help you yield more money from doing stunts. So yeah, it's important to do stunts once you've picked one of those up, really. I'll just put some overlay now on some of the sort of improvements or specifications that you can improve on the cars once you've accumulated enough money to sort of invest in your vehicle. So weight here, you can improve that, so presumably it doesn't swing as bad on the track. You can improve the handling, get tighter grip, boost power. All these sort of features will help improve your vehicle and allow you to be more competitive in the more difficult races. And I think it's just a unique feature, really, and a nice touch. It just adds another dimension to the game, really, and gives you something else to work towards, and an incentive to just keep playing the game further to improve and obviously unlock more vehicles as well. So here I am celebrating another win. Little do I know that the tracks are going to get harder from here on in, as are the competitors that I'm up against. So yeah, top of the table at that stage. Look, everything's looking healthy, and this race it's only 2 people rather than more vehicles, and already I'm behind, right, pretty much near the start. And then yeah, this track becomes a bit more difficult because there's places where you can go off the track, and yeah, I soon get derailed. One thing I will say about this game is it's a lot less forgiving than Road Rash. So once you fall behind, it's terribly difficult to get back into the race. So as I'm struggling here, it's almost like race over. You're almost better just restarting. But I play it through just to see what the level's like, the course is like. But yeah, it's no going back from here on in, really. I will just add that this was the first time I was playing this track, and not only that, I hadn't done any modifications to my car at this point, which I could definitely have benefited from. So I think if I reopen the save file and come back to this, I'll probably beat that simulant there with an increased vehicle spec. And yeah, it definitely creates that incentive for you to invest in your vehicle and improve it so that you can come back stronger, for sure, and adds to that replayability aspect. So that's it, guys. Like many other multiplayers on the system, this does go up to 4-player split screen, so I'm sure there's much more fun to be had on the game with that, and fun probably was had back in the day. And with games like this, sometimes you found that the replayability and the time spent on the game, more of it was actually spent on the multiplayer mode than the campaign. Maybe not for this case, I can't really speak for it, given I never really played it back in the day. But no, it's a great game. It generally the general consensus is that it got a rating of 7 out of 10. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I think it's better than that, worth more than that. I gave 7 for Road Rash. 8 out of 10, solid game, good fun. You can unlock more vehicles, modify your current vehicle. The maps are quirky, the racetracks, it's nice and colourful. Sound effects are great. It's just a good, fun game. It controls well. It feels great. It feels modern. Feels futuristic. It handles well. It's just a good game, and it's a sleeper for me. It's a hidden gem. It didn't come out in UK and Australia, Europe. We didn't know about this game. I only found out about it after the fact, and because I've got an EverDrive 64, that I've got the ability to play it and tap into this sort of thing. It's absolutely great. So if you haven't got one, I suggest you get one. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This will be my last video of 2024. Unfortunately, I've got a busy schedule. I'm going away Christmas to New Year, so you won't see any more from me until the new year. But I've got plenty lined up, including a massive, and I mean massive, pickup in January 2025, Nintendo 64 goodness. You're not going to want to miss that. I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas if you're watching this before then, and a Happy New Year to all of you. If you're new, please consider subscribing. N64 Fortress, we're trying to build this place into something good. Thanks for watching, it's much appreciated, and I'll see you on the next one.